My name is Eric Mokhtarian, and I am the founder of Calendar Makers. Our calendars help nonprofits raise more money effectively through fundraising campaigns. It helps them reach a wider audience so more people know about these causes. And more importantly, at the end of the day, it makes a difference. It helps these causes. It makes the world a better place.
Good evening. I'd like to show you tonight how our calendars are changing the world one calendar at a time. Let's go on a journey first to Ethiopia, and I can introduce you to Dr. Larry Thomas. He's the guy that looks a little bit like Santa in that photo, surrounded by the sea of kids. Like Santa, he brings gifts. He gives the gift of sight. He's made it his life's mission to stop preventable blindness in Ethiopia. And to carry out this mission, he started a foundation, a grassroots foundation called the Tropical Health Alliance. And they build eye clinics in rural areas in Ethiopia where they perform cataract surgeries, literally giving the gift of sight. So when he started his foundation, he faced three problems that just about every nonprofit out there faces. The first is awareness. How could he let people know about the size and scope of a problem in a country halfway around the world? How could he let people know that in Ethiopia, a country of 90 million people, there are fewer than 200 eye doctors? It's a question of educating people. And the second thing was fundraising. To build these eye clinics, it's expensive. In order to carry out his mission, he needed to raise money. And the third problem that he faced was action, or fighting against inaction. How could he inspire people to want to make a difference, to communicate that passion that he feels and have them do the same? So Calendar Makers developed a product that would help solve these problems, a solution, a desktop photo calendar. It literally gives a face to an organization's cause. It's a daily reminder that we can do good in the world, that there's work to be done. And it creates this top-of-mind awareness for an organization's cause. Now, our calendars are a little bit different than, say, a wall calendar. They arrive in these plastic boxes, like a jewel case, very familiar. You open it up, forms a display, you put it on your desk, prime real estate, right next to your computer monitor. So the moment that you receive it, it invites touch, it sparks your curiosity. It's high touch. And because it's a calendar, it has this built-in utility to it. It's not like a brochure that you glance at and toss it out. I'd feel guilty throwing this away. It has this very high perceived value that allows it to stay on a prospective donor or potential donor's desk for an entire year. And because of that, it's the perfect way to show exactly who's benefiting from a particular cause. A horse rescue can actually name that horse that's been saved. And because it's there, an organization, a nonprofit, can tell and retell their story or educate people. Maybe not today or tomorrow, but 6 months down the road, whenever that potential donor is ready to receive the message, the information is there. It's a very patient marketing tool. And perhaps the most powerful part of the calendars, these desktop photo calendars, are the images, the photos. Our eyes have this direct connection to our hearts. You can almost feel this child's joy. In a whimsical photo of a dog wearing a tie, it's funny, it's cute, but never underestimate the persuasive power of emotion to motivate us to action. And that's what our calendars do. They help organizations become successful. And in the case of Dr. Thomas, he's raised over $350,000 since he started doing the calendars about 8 years ago. And the remarkable thing isn't really how much money he's raised, it's how efficient he's been. For every dollar that he invests in the calendars that he sends out, he gets $4 back as a donation. That's an incredibly high return on investment, especially for a nonprofit with a limited budget. And maybe the most meaningful metric to quantify how successful he's been are the 7,000 people who can now see because of his hard work, his fundraising efforts with the calendars. And there's this sort of hidden, intangible benefit with the calendars, especially when you do it the way Dr. Thomas did, sending them out every year. People start to expect the calendars. They want them. They ask for them. So it creates this habit of giving, a habit of generosity. And since we first started selling the calendars back in 1999, we've helped a lot of other nonprofits achieve success. Thousands of businesses have been able to strengthen their brands and foster relationships with their customers. Artists can showcase their artwork and have a physical product to sell. Universities have grown their endowments with our marketing calendars. All told, we've sold over 12 million of these desktop calendar cases. That's like 12 million seeds of hope that are out there. So many different possibilities to do good in the world. And as our company moves forward, we want to leverage the size, our ability to scale, our expertise, our experience in this sphere, and help some of the 1.5 million nonprofits that are out there achieve their missions, achieve their fundraising goals, and capture part of that $240 billion that we as Americans give every single year to charities. And part of what we've learned here with Startup Tucson and Thrive is that there's a community of people that want to do good in the world. And I think everyone here in the audience, we know someone that wants to make a difference in the world. We know of a small business that's struggling to grow. We all know a Dr. Thomas. And if they're having trouble staying relevant, making a difference in the world, if they're having trouble raising the money they need to raise, give them my name and number, tell them about Calendar Makers. And if we all work together, we really can change the world one calendar at a time. Thank you.